Good evening, guys and girls. I am your voice of choice, Dr. Marks out, bringing you the special primetime edition of Storm, and it is our last Storm of our first season. We are kicking things off with a bit of a treat here, as you're reigning and defending, well, they're not defending here, but you're reigning Supernova Pro Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions. Gotta be mixing it up here with the Spice Rack. Out first we have Raiden Frost. We've had him here on our shows maybe once or twice. We're not gonna reference the fact that he looks like a mumble rapper with tattoos on his face. We are gonna reference the fact though that even though him and Simon Tarot didn't seem like they could be a functional unit, they've actually made it most of the second half of the season undefeated as a team. They kicked off the Risen's big weekend, surprising them. It had to be considered an upset. They've gone on to defeat pretty much every Cruiserweight team in their path. Category 5 multiple times. They beat the Flying Mighty. I want to say they beat the Risen in a return match. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Simon Taro's first taste of gold over here in the Triad was as one half of this still unnamed team. Gotta believe most people would figure they would just collapse like a flan in a cupboard. Maybe surprise the world, win their belts, dropping their first defense, but here they are 3-4 months later, still carrying them strong. This match is non-title. Who knows, could be setting something up for next season though. We'll have to see how the cards play. That's not a riff on the fact that his last name's Taro. Taro has said that him and Akana Yamamoto will be going back to Hajime Puro during the off-season, honing their craft. That's a scary thought. They're both so damn good as it is. They just can never seem to finish the puzzle. We get set for one of the off teams now of the Spice Rack. Sriracha in the horns, Naga in the hood. Usually Sriracha's teamed up with Jalapeno. Naga doesn't do a whole lot of the tag team matches. Decided if we're going Cruiserweight though, we're going full Cruiserweight. The Spice Rack as a whole, of course, representing Team Mexico in our World Cup this year. Ended up winning the whole shebang. Raiden Frost looking to be starting things off with Sriracha here. Go home show. We are live. We are a go. And Frost, real quick, Northern Light suplex, no bridge. Big Chili Iceman somewhere kicking rocks. Sriracha flips up and over into the neckbreaker. Quick arm drag takedown from Frost, getting the momentum back on their side. Quick Munchkin land DDT. Right back to it on the center shield. I can tell you now that no one featured on our card tonight outside of our main event will be at the HD Remix. Everyone wants to be well rested. Quick heart attack variation out of Frost and Taro. Taro with that tope senton. I guess that was that the Tope Atomico? Into that hatch suplex. I guess if he slingshots it, it would be the tope. Working on that arm joint early, setting up for that Kimura and that tower lock. Into that back arm bar. Sriracha fighting his way back up with that right hand to the jaw. Left. I know my size. Naga tagged in, kick to the guts. Throwing the strikes early, gets dumped to the outside though by Taro. Bouncing Naga's masked face off that turnbuckle post and then delivers a sick right hand. King Hippo punch, Naga fighting off the ground. Pops up into the tornado DDT on the outside. Referees count at 7. Taro sent into the barricade. Both men back in, match will continue. Naga dives down with that elbow. Naga going for the neck breaker. Taro showing some strength, breaks the grip, and then turns into a neck breaker of his own. Swing low, kick low, Chad low. Into the brainbuster. Back chop combination. Dragging the carcass of Naga into their corner. Brings his tag team champion partner back in. So going through the books, I would want to say Frost has matched up with the Spice Rack on occasions in his time in the high class lucha in CWA. Dives through with that front drop kick and then with the kip up. Honolulu Hitman now getting caught for flashing a little bit. Backdrop driver turned into the facebuster. Pump handle into the gutbuster. Naga brings Sriracha back in. We're right back to where this match started from. Sriracha's fireman's takedown. Looping right hand. Going for that teardrop set. Said he learned this from Izzy Wrecked. He don't make jokes about that though. And then into that catapult crossbody. First cover attempt of the match only gets a 1. Sriracha now trying to work on the arm of Frost. Frost, though, well aware of that game plan. Sending Sriracha into the corner. Runs into a big boot on the way in. Quick side Saito suplex out of Sriracha. Into that overhead cross. Nothing. Gut wrench toss. And great takedown from Frost. Into that Black Cobra clutch backbreaker. You can tell the days have been up too long. Frost all the way up, going for the Frost splash, gets nothing but that. Sriracha had that thing scouted. Into the rolling neck breaker. Frost and Spice Rack corner. Dump to the outside. Sriracha, bad intentions, into the torpedo DDT. Going for the cutter on the outside. Stevie gets a dub of pesos. Frost going for that tornado DDT counter of his own, gets turned into an arm flip takedown. Sriracha dropping the elbows. Makes it a pair. Referee's count at 7. Naga sent Frost back in. I think Sriracha is going to be happy enough to take the count out. There's a deadlift gut wrench toss one more time. As that elbow out stretch, we're trying to pop that elbow joint out. Into that short European uppercut. And then right back to that overhead toss. Frost sent back into the Spice corner. Fights his way out with the big boot. Gets the right hand stop, catches a forearm from Sriracha. German into the corner. Hit all 3 turnbuckle posts on the way down. Naga brought back in. Frost trying to crawl his way to the tag. Dives for Taro and brings him in. Taro runs through with a clothesline. Into that single leg drop kick. Makes it a pair. Simon Taro full head of steam. Drops the leg to that elbow joint. Needs to be worried the knees of Naga though. Tijuana Reaper knee strike. And Naga's showing a bit more personality than we're used to, flexing. Gets caught. Slides off the shoulder in that lat reverse DDT counter. Ducks the line. Into the Wizard special. Quick tags of the Spice Rack. Sriracha brought back in. Going for the vertical on Taro. Taro fights his way out. Into the scoop Falcon Arrow. Now just picking his spots, putting the boots to Sriracha. Into the neck breaker, butterflies the arms into some other variation of the Wizard. I think that's Wizard 6. Sriracha fighting back the Fireman's takedown. Gets caught violating, no. Almost got caught with the flash forward, fights his way out from the elbows. Runs through Taro with a pair of forearms. Into the G1. Has Taro up. Into that version of the Psycho Driver. Brings Taro back up. Taro with the double leg takedown, however. Sriracha fighting off throughout the leg strength. Taro sent Spice Rack corner. Taro up into the powerbomb elbow drop. Hooks the leg. Frost breaks it up at 1. Sriracha dumped on his neck from Frost with a Saito suplex. Naga looking to fly. In with the springboard 450. And that side headlock. Turns it sideways into the headstand, get that little bit of extra angle on it. Taro sent neutral corner. Naga hanging him up and dropping him into the tree of Keanu Reeves. They're trying to drive the life and the oxygen out of the lungs. Standing Spanish fly. Taro with the Cobra Kai leg sweep. Still has a little something left. Go for the right hand. Nagasena coming, stops it. Kicks down low. Tijuana Reaper. Taro in all sorts of a bad way here. Still finds a way to kick out at 2.9. Spiciest of chicken wings. Naga diving down with the Rana. Frost looking for the tag, gets blocked by Naga. Taro fights his way up with the up kick. Naga with the wizard special counter one more time. Lets the tag happen. Frost brought back in. Runs through with the forearm. Basement drop kick to the knees. Frost going the whole way up. Naga taking that momentum to dive through, brings Sriracha back in. Sriracha looking to fly, gets caught with that leaping knee from Frost. Frost with the overdrive. Sriracha double leg takedown. Going the full way up. Big frog splash. And Frost kicking out a 2.9 does not want to go out to one of his own signatures. Frost fighting out of the armbar. Has Sriracha up. Drops him with the brainbuster. Sriracha sent into the corner. Frost running with the European uppercut. Taro brought back in. Not sure if that's the plane I'd go for here. What do I know, though? I'm just the announcer. Taro clamps on that Kimura. And Sriracha's had enough. Taro and Frost took them a little while to get back on the same page, but they showed why they are still your Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions over in Supernova. Frost with that misstep went for the Frost Splash early. Spice Rack would hit the Spice Bomb on Taro, who would then catch both Spanish Fly and Tijuana Reaper from Naga. Looked like Naga didn't get the full extension on that knee, though. Frost drops Sriracha with that overdrive. Shortly after we bring Taro in, Taro would clamp on that Kimura. He's made famous this season. And the Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions just pinned a team of former Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Our Tag Team division isn't weight specific, so I don't even know why I said heavyweight. It's held by two Cruiserweights. We move on from tag team action into singles action, as DP looking to end his season on a high note. Said he wanted to go out with a match he'd remember. Said he wanted to leave the company with an impact this season, and decided he wanted to fight the War God. I don't know. I don't know why you would challenge Ku, but DP did. DP being flanked by Ali Star. Ku being flanked by Hatred and Rage and being one of the old gods with Leaga. We are in deals to have both of them fluctuate between the Triad next season, so we may see Ku and Leaga teaming up on at least some occasions next year. And if that's not a terrifying thought to you, go watch a Leaga match after you watch this Ku match so you can understand the horror of that. I talked to Chip Stackworth, who talked to Leaga. Said they are recruiting more gods. Speaking of Chip Stackworth, just hitting you with the news. Apparently Taro and Frost being called Wave of the Future, and they did in fact defeat the Risen in a rematch. Apparently those of you out in the Twitter feed, our chat is still messed up. It's kind of been a triad-wide virus, I guess. Just leave comments after the video, or in the middle of the video. I don't care. Overly smug DP making his way down, flanked by the whole damn show. Was also going to be flanked by Stephanie Basic, however she missed her plane. So instead of having both rising stars, it's just Allie, which suits DP fine. I guess they're an item, or they're at least just, I don't know, I guess they spit on the common folk. I don't know. If they got sent back in time, they would be seen dead for their arrogance. That's an Army of Darkness reference. War God doesn't need any help, just out here to hurt someone. Outweighing DP by at least 80 pounds. I'm pretty sure he's eating DP's weight in pancakes for breakfast today. The Samoan Silverback is here and he's angry. Angry at the fact that neither of the old gods hold a gold by the end of this first season. No, I lied. Leaga's still champion. Leaga's still TV champion over in Supernova. Mad that he's not questing for his Headhunter title. He got that neck tattoo shortly after winning that title, and now he doesn't have the gold to back it up. Instead, he will take the head of DP here. Going to work on the arm early. Standing switch, DP transitions into the hammerlock. Rear hammerlock transition into coup. We're getting a wrestling match here, folks. Who knew coup could be technical? Into the full Nelson bomb. That's more of the offense I was expecting. War God drops the knee and rolls it through. Irish whip catches DP on the way back in. Picks him up and into the Samoan drop. Or, as Q would call it, the drop. Ali Star paying dividends early, getting up on the apron, distracting the War God. DP using the agility with that head scissors. Drop kick across the massive back. Q sent to the far side off the ropes. DP pops up in another head scissor takedown. Going to work on the arms, not trying to take some of that strength away from Q. War God fighting back with the arm drag. Has DP up. And doing squats. Even if you could rip one of the War God's arms off, he's still going to have strength in just droves. DP fighting back with the European uppercut. Into the quick Northern Lights, no bridge. Iceman hitting life somewhere. He's getting set to go after that Headhunter title, and it's shooting star press from DP. Out of nowhere, kick across the midsection. DP showing some strength, has Q up on the shoulders, drops him into the snake eyes. And then quick rolling cannonball senton. And then running soccer style kick across the back. Ku's seen enough. Has DP up. Picks him up again. Into another powerbomb. Still holding on. All sorts of strength. Into the cover. Dead center. Ref slightly out of position. I think Alley was in his ear. Only get a 1 count. Warga with that big chop across the side of the neck. And dropping the knee to the back of DP's head. No idea what DP stands for. I mean, I know what it stands for, it's not in this context. I know he is standing for getting dropped with that hot shot. And now Ku into the STF. DP breaking the grip and then throwing an elbow to the face. As War got up into the falling front slam. War got big back body drop, tosses DP into the corner. And a quick cover. Driving the knuckles into the temples of DP. Quick snapmare back into the center of the ring. Into the body scissors. Ku is the only person who's used that this season. Great effect though, it actually helped him get that win over Fergal Flynn. Night 2 of Moto Combat. Was a nominee for Match of the Year over in High Class. Falling front slam from Ku now says, I can do it better. 1.9 count. Now kicks DP in the back of the neck, it looked like. Ku thinking front slam one more time, gets caught sleeping. Dropped to that reverse DDT. DPT. Because I can't call it a DDP, that's something completely different. Ku bouncing right out of the corner. Sends DP into one of his own. P fighting back, kicks his way out, and then murder kick in the corner. And Alley slides a chair in. I don't know if the ref sees it. Ku looked right at it. DP taking a second to recollect his thoughts on the outside. Runs back into a jawbreaker from the War God. DP slips out the back into the neck breaker. All the way up. Into the dirty 450. And DP picks up a huge win to close out his season. Looked like he actually bounced his face off that chair. Didn't stop him at all, though. Still picked up that big win on the War God. Power on full display from the War God. That triple power bomb set. Really, camera guy? That's what you want us to see? Big falling front slam from the War God.
What? Yeah, go ahead.
DP would hit that running murder kick in the corner, would follow it up shortly after with that dirty 450. Picking up a huge win. Saying it might be his time to get into some title conversations. I'm hard pressed to disagree. He's beaten quite a few big hosses this season. we get set for the women's match. It was supposed to happen last week. Actually, I lied. It was supposed to be Mel Miller and Val Savage. This match happened a few weeks ago, and Misaki was still women's champion. All the M's in this match. Is Mel Miller the most Mel-electrifying woman on the roster, so she says, taking on former women's champion Misaki. First run ended very ingloriously at Dilly Dilly. Dropped it back to the woman she defeated for it, Callie Dane, who I can now tell you will be facing Val Savage at the Cease and Desist HD remix. In some variation of the Iron Maiden matches those two have made classic. I don't know if it's going to be just a single fall submission. I don't know if it's 2 out of 3 fall submission. I don't know if it's just a legit Iron Woman match. I don't know. I just know that it's being flagged as Iron Maiden version 3. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But that's Sunday night, unless weird things happen. Yes, quick reminder, Sunday night we will be closing out our first season with the Cease and Desist HD remix. Our biggest pay-per-view of the year. All the titles will be defended. Mel Miller will not be on the card for Cease and Desist HD remix. But I can tell you she will be back next year. Struggled to really make something over in Supernova, came here, has been picking up wins a little more frequently. Picked up that big win against Misaki. Got her into that 6-way elimination match to try to claim the spot that Callie Dane would eventually take and win that women's title. So we await the entrance of one of those Yamamotos, but not one of those other Yamamotos. Sister to Shiva Dori, sister to Wizard. Finally able to call herself a champion at one point. Misaki is here in the storm shelter. Couldn't get really much of anything going over in high class. Decided to branch out further into the triad. Picked up a lot of wins over in Supernova. Still couldn't claim her title, but then finally got to lay claim into the start of her legacy and became a champion for her first run over here in America. Surprised Callie Dane. Real Horror Show. Took me a minute to remember what show that was at. Mel Miller, Misaki, women's action, where it go? Miller, wrist lock early. Misaki fighting back up in, turns into a hold 4, that low Fujiwara. Mel with the snap suplex. Tying the arm up, turns it into an arm bar. And now picks the ankle too. Miller trying to look for a quick submission. Misaki though using that leg strength, that leg flexibility, kicks her way out of it. Short European uppercut by Miller. Into the pop-up Rana takedown. Mel second rope looking mid-range jumper, waiting for Misaki to get back to her feet. Into the moonsault. Misaki caught her. Mel quickly turned the hips into a tornado DDT. Misaki sent off the ropes, runs into a single leg drop kick. Misaki up on the shoulders one more time. Dropped into that alarm clock kick. If Mel can manage to find a way to beat Misaki one more time here, that's definitely going to help her stock next season into getting it talks into early title contention. Misaki trying to fight back with that rear chin lock. Mel fighting her way off. Delivering those elbows to the midsection. Breaks the grip. Misaki sent far neutral corner. Mel going for the takedown. Gets caught. Dropped to the DDT. So many DDT variations tonight. Misaki thinking overhead belly to belly. Mel boxes the ears. It catches Misaki before the kicks. Plants for the vertical. Spins the hips. Holding on. Double makes it a pair. Now Fisherman's the leg. Holds on. Misaki's the leg though, caught in that bottom rope. Does Iceman care if you don't bridge out a Fisherman suplex? I know the chat's messed up. Chip can't answer that. Can't answer the fact that getting curb stomp sucks. Misaki blocks the right, delivers one of her own. Quick snap suplex on Miller now. Misaki figure fours the neck. Into the triad staple elbows. Misaki thinking some risk. Because high risk is all the way up. I guess this is mid risk. Dives through with the missile drop kick. Into the Dragon Sleeper, dead center. Did Hugo Lazarus know about this? I don't think he knows about much right now. I think he's actually partially saw a concussion protocol after that match with Flynn. Miller dumped unceremoniously on the top rope. Fights right back with an up kick though. Trying to boot that pain of Misaki into the fifth row. Falls into the cover, hooks the outside leg, barely gets a 1 count. Has Misaki by the hair, brings her up into that reverse DDT. Mel looked like she wanted to go springboard, decided against it. Gets caught with the King Hippo Punch. Queen Hippo Punch. Misaki running tornado DDT. Miller rolling onto that bottom rope, getting out to the apron. Somewhat safer spot, I guess. Misaki violating her brother's rule. Still able to knock Mel off the apron though. Big soccer style kick to the back. Those kicks to Misaki are notably dangerous. Put Shauna Cole on the shelf for 3 months. Kicked her so hard she became a whole different person. Back when she was still suplex. Now Miller fights off the shoulders of that falling arm breaker. And delivers a Misaki style kick of her own. Now wants to do this right, ended in the ring. Rolls Misaki back in, falls into the cover. Barely a 1 count. As far as I know of all those kicks to Misaki, Valkyrie is still not been seen this season. Misaki looked like she was thinking Yamamoto combo, but Mel Miller said nope. Snapmares are down and transitions into the rear chin lock. Misaki fighting her way back up. Said, I learned this from watching you. Takes Mel's grip off with the elbows. Runs Misaki at that top turnbuckle post, spine first, and then wheels her halfway across the ring. Spins her around. Ripcord into the knee strike. Misaki pops back up. Into that over-the-shoulder arm breaker. Runs in the back elbow from Miller. Mel, sweet and sour suplex. Into that standing moonsault. Mel tuning it up. Could be looking for the most Mel-electrifying move in the company. People's elbow. Hooks the leg. Melanie Miller is now 2-0 against Misaki. Hit that suplex trio with that bridging fisherman suplex. Mel Miller had an answer for everything Misaki would throw at her in this match. Whether it was fighting off the ground, fighting on the outside. As I say that, outside, it's like I'm a psychic. Mel knows how dangerous Misaki is on the outside. That's where she won her women's title. Mel would throw out that nasty ripcord knee strike and close things off with a people's elbow. A late season addition to our roster, the rookie Mel Miller, looking very good here in the last match. Her last match, rather, of season 1. Expecting big things out of her next year. So we get set for Blitz Division action. The first of 2 triple threats. One's all little guys, one's all big guys. As we have Eito Kajiwara representing Japan, Jacob Oxley representing Ireland, and Jody Tyler representing England. Their countries don't matter for this match. Nothing's at stake. Except for pride, I guess. We can say pride's at stake here. Eito Kajiwara, former Supernova Pro Cruiserweight champion. Jacob Oxley was briefly a contender for when Mighty was our Blitz Division champion. And Jody Tyler just started winning in the last third of the season, so he really didn't have a chance to get much going. Oxley, former member of Project Mayhem, is the only person to have gotten exercise from the group this season. His exit was the birth of Amadeus Keith into the fold. Oxley, first man out. No longer wearing that anti-mayhem shirt. Just rocking the Irish pride. I respect that. Eito Kajiwara, the next man out. Kajiwara has said he's going back to Hajime Puro during the offseason. Says he has unfinished business there and wants to come back and reclaim that gold he feels was stolen from him by Tormenta Negra. Kajiwara also the man that ended Triad Shocker of the Year. He is the reason the undefeated Skeevy streak stopped. Boo this man. Kajiwara and Oxley, very similar styles of offense. Very smash mouth gritty. Kick you in the face and then choke you out. They sort of have that one half of the British mentality, that very smash mouth in the cruiserweights. It's very technical. Jody Tyler has the other side of the British mentality. Very high impact. Very flashy. Doesn't do this 47 flips though. I don't know if he's quite that flashy. No, that level of agility is still held down by the Celtic Dragon. And Space Homie. Sorry about that, folks. It's only my lungs half disintegrating. Oxley in corner 1, Kajiwara corner 2, Tyler in corner 3, corner 4 no one cares, the Invisible Man. Kajiwara going right after Oxley for a catch suplex. Tyler with the chop and the short fire pro elbow, and then the King Hippo punch, and a super kick leveling Kajiwara. Oxley making a quick spike DDT onto Tyler. Oxley and Tyler, longtime rivals in Blarney Stone Blitz. Kajiwara, the quick float over neck breaker. Oxley to the outside. Kajiwara butterfly in the arms and that overhead butterfly suplex. Ato dropping the forearms, hit both Oxley and Tyler. Ducks the line, Tyler catches him with one on the way back in. And drive through neck breaker on Oxley. Tyler with the vertical. Now looking high impact here. Oxley rolled too far away. Tyler at least knowing his limits. Gets caught that run through forearm from Oxley. That wasn't Oxley, that was Kajiwara. Putting the boots to Oxley now. The Kajiwara heading the whole way up. Oxley fighting back with the King Hippo punch. Brought back in. Short arm lariat. Irishman catching all the hands right now. Double team Russian leg sweep. Kajiwara throwing the kicks and then a spinning back fist. And quick into that dragon screw. Tyler, short soul kick. Basement drop kick to the side of the head. Brings Oxley up. All the way up that vertical suplex. Oxley's managed to not be in a position to get caught with any aerial maneuvers to this point. Diving leg lariat, however. Had his foot on the ropes. Referee didn't even get the chance to start the count. Tyler up on the shoulders of Ato. In that corner, Snake Eyes. Alley-oop powerbomb out of the corner. No capital letters. Oxley fighting out of the corner with that rising knee. Falling into the Michinoku driver. Oxley up to the second. diving forearm. I honestly think that's the most moves Oxley string together this match. Referee way out of position. Gave Tyler just enough time to get back in. Then gets caught that arcing right hand. Oxley with the very Irish whip. Runs through with the forearm. Into the bulldog onto that knee of Kajiwara. Now working on the arms of Tyler. Then go right to that, showing that aggression. Bouncing his head off the mat. Oxley with that tornado DDT onto Kajiwara. Oxley looking to try to pin both men at once. Tyler kicks out at 2.5. Oxley back to work on the arms. Big chop. Gets the second one blocked. Tyler with the chop now. Into that single arm brainbuster. Oxley out at 2. Kajiwara hasn't moved. I don't know if he landed wrong after that DDT. But Kajiwara still down. Tyler has Oxley up. Into the gutbuster. Off the ropes. London calling. Falls into the cover. And Tyler steals it, but Kajiwara still hasn't moved. That might be the story here. Nasty diving leg lariat. From Tyler. Yeah, it looks like he may have DDT'd Kajiwara onto that knee of Tyler. That was just gross. Yeah, I don't think the neck was supposed to bend that way out. We might need some help out here for Ato. Tyler would end up taking Oxley down with that London calling combination. One more look at it. An absolutely sick kick. See what I did there? And Tyler getting to hold his head high for at least one more night here in Blitz. I don't know what his plans are during the off season. We'd like to see him back here next year. Kajiwara is getting rolled out here on the stretcher. We'll keep you updated as we find anything out. And we move on now from the littlest of guys to the biggest of guys. As Big Papa DiPatio representing the Spice Rack. Taking on the man I referenced earlier, the man that took Oxley out of Project Mayhem, Amadeus Keith. And then your official triad Haas of the Year. Best of the big men, Nigel Von Bartleby. The man a lot of people thought would be the first one to beat Ray Damonio. Won that big Leon White Memorial Battle Royal. Beat 19 other Haas's. Had his shot against Ray. Looked like he was actually going to stop the Kingdom Come, but fell victim to it, as has everyone else. Or almost everyone else. Now looking to carry the last bit of momentum into next season. Still has his eyes on some sort of golden titles. Saying it looked absolutely stunning in the trophy case on the Bartleberg. Man still has a Zeppelin. Takes up half the parking lot by himself. It's nonsense. We'll be watching his former manager, training partner, funding backer. I don't know exactly what his relationship is to Skeevy Ray Vaughn, but Skeevy will be in action at the Cease and Desist HD remix. Trying to dethrone the current Blitz Division champion, Nightmare. That's little guy action right now. We have the Black Heart from Blackpool. In this season, first started Nigel was almost just kind of like a big teddy bear. Looks menacing. Can definitely throw you through a wall, but was a lot more fun-loving than he has become since getting into title contention against Daemonio. He's been spending less and less time with Izzy Rect and Skeevy Ray Vaughn. I don't even know what the status is of the Gentlemen's Club anymore. We do know the status of Project Mayhem, however. All is well and good with the Crazies. The Women of Mayhem still holding our divisions on lockdown here in Blitz. Yeah, that's actually the only gold Project Mayhem has right now, is the fact that Callie Dane is once again our women's champion. And Callie Dane and Breeze have had an absolute lock on the women's tag team division. Keith and Cade picked up that big victory last week against High and Mighty. Could be looking to go into next season trying to get that next in line spot. One might have to believe if the High and Mighty do find a way to beat the Risen, that Project Mayhem has a very strong case for next contenders. As the heaviest man on the roster, Big Papa DiPatio, wearing the Spice Rack baseball jersey one last time here. #1 selling item in the Blitz shop, at least. They spent most of the season there. At least FCK is still technically the #1 seller because they headed out first. Triple threat, co-main event. We are a go. Hashtag Hoss fight. Keith dropping Big Papa with that sick headbutt. Big Papa is the heaviest man in the match, and Keith is still finding a way to make him look tiny. Nigel, the tallest man on the roster. Nigel's all in all the biggest man. 7'3", about 390. Amadeus Keith, I think 7'1", 7'2", about 345. Big Papa DiPatio, 6'11", 4 1/4. Nigel jukes where he should have jabbed. Did jab still. And Stevie gets another dub, big time style. Keith fights off the shot, delivers another headbutt, and then pops Big Papa up, just slinging him around like he's a cruiserweight with that deadlift gut wrench German. And then Nigel, that head of steam out of the corner into the Fez press. Nigel going for the takedown, gets caught and spiked with a DDT. Keith has a hold of the head and mustache, trying to rip backwards. Goes for the axe handle. Nigel ducks it, and then Keith gets dropped to the Bulldog from Big Papa. I'd like to thank our surgical team in the back. Keith proper stitched up. Gets caught with that backbreaker. Transition to that big Russian leg sweep from Nigel. Nigel then in deadlifts Big Papa from German into that back suplex. Keith got about 16 stitches in his forehead from the other night's episode of Storm. That war that they went through with the High and Mighty. Northern Mexican lariat from Big Papa and then into a headbutt to the top of Nigel. Keith has a hold of that chokehold. Big Papa fighting back with the elbow. And then running back wheel trip. Walking through the guts of Amadeus Keith. Ref down. Nigel dropped with the Bulldog. Big Papa into the cover. No ref to count it. And Keith just laying there. Could be out. Ref back up. Keith just playing possum, trying to recollect himself. Kicks out at one. Then gets kicked across that back. Big Papa dropping the elbow. Sidesteps Nigel. Has Nigel a pump handle into the front slam. Ring's super reinforced for this match. Nigel dropped in that snake eyes. Big as they are, that might have to be Komodo Dragon eyes. And walking through the guts of Nigel. Keith Northern lariat into the corner. And quick kick to the chest of Nigel. NBB fighting back with that short arm shoulder tackle. Keith coming up with the back body drop. Drops Nigel with a pair of forearms. Tilt-a-whirl front slam. And Big Papa looking for the slam. Keith shifted his hips, turning that into a crossbody. Nigel has a hold of Keith. Spine first into the turnbuckle and beals him onto Big Papa. Keith heading to the outside to rethink his life. Nigel, pair of lariats. Irish whip into the corner, into the hip attack. And launching himself like a missile. Does Zeppelins have missiles? As Big Papa up, running punt power slam. Keith misses the Northern lariat. Nigel's shot to the chest. And that iron claw lock. Trying to stretch that abdomen out. Keith down. Grabs a hold of the ropes, so ref breaks the hold at one. Nigel now with a bear hug on Keith. Keith trying to keep some air in the lungs. Papa back to his feet. Runs through with the lariat, breaks the hold. Big Papa sends Nigel up and over. Hip tosses him back in the hard way. Now trying to steal the cover on Keith. Mammoth of Mayhem kicks out at 2.5 and fighting off the ground with the back elbow. Big pop up on the shoulders, spun out. Welcome to Anarchy. Into the cover, Nigel still out on the ringside. And Big Papa out at 2.9. Nigel with that splash in the corner across the back of Big Papa. And then drops Keith in the jawbreaker. Keith going the whole way out. Nigel trying to steal it on Big Papa. DiPacio out one more time. Nigel not hooking the legs. Standing switch in the corner. DiPacio going for that double leg takedown. Gets caught with the slam. And Nigel now into that Steiner recliner. Big Papa's ankles though across that bottom rope. Hold had to be broken. Fighting his way up with that judo toss. Now stopping Keith with the headbutt. Has Keith up on the shoulders. Amadeus fighting back with the elbows. Big brainbuster on Tapatio. Falls into the cover, hooks that outside leg. I thought we had a 3 count. Keith has a hold of the mask, wrenching backwards. Spins Big Papa around, has him up on the shoulders. Spins him out one more time. Another big welcome to Anarchy. Drops Nigel with the fireman's takedown. Kicks down low. In that snap DDT. Nigel going the whole way out. Keith trying to pick up his victory here. Took too much time. Big Papa was able to come back. Kick out at 2. Pair of knee drops from Keith. Into the cover, dead center. Nigel back in. Big Papa out at 2. Keith dropping that right hand across that back. Turns attentions back to Nigel. Into the full Nelson Bulldog. I want to say I saw blood on the face of Big Papa. I might be wrong. Keith full control here. Gets another 2.5 count. Go for the big shot on Nigel. Nigel fighting back with the King Hippo elbow. Has Keith up. Runs through him with a power slam. Big Papa slow getting to his feet. Nigel trying to pick up the victory here. Tapatio breaks it up at 2.8. Nigel dropping that right hand bomb across the neck. Big Papa takes Nigel inside out. Flips out Keith with that vertical. Falls into the cover. Keith out at 2.8. Match is going to continue after another 2.5. Nigel and Big Papa tying it up one more time. Sleeper slam. Nigel not measuring Keith. Has Keith locked in that bear hug. Keith forced to tap. And the Hoss of the Year showing why he is the Hoss of the Year. Power on full display, hit both members of the opposition with that running power slam. Big Papa would take 2 iterations of that welcome to Anarchy. Nigel would clamp that big bear hug on Keith twice. The first time got broken up by Big Papa. Huge brainbuster. I thought we getting one more look at it. Ew, that was just gross. I thought Papa Tapatio was down after that. But deep in the spicy reservoir, found something to continue the match with. But Nigel Von Bartleby, your official 2018 Hoss of the Year. Closing out his season with another big win. So we get set for our main event. The only 2 men fighting at Dilly Dilly to be tussling here. Ray Damonia, the unanimous Triad Male Talent of the Year, was undefeated in singles action until the last episode of Storm, where Fergal Flynn found an answer. You don't have to kick out of the Kingdom Come if you knock the guy out. Sorry, that was 2 episodes ago. Last episode, Fergal Flynn knocked out Hugo Lazarus. My apologies. It looked ready to put the boots to Daemonio again before we got all the officials and talent out of the back to separate these two bulls. Their match will be held under 2 out of 3 falls rules match. I want to say it's falls count anywhere, but I might be wrong. I don't have that note with me. I just know that it will be the main event of the season. Rey Daemonio's held that title since our second pay-per-view. Insert coin to continue. In all honesty, Fergal Flynn is the only person that seeing what I've seen out of these two, Flynn might be the guy that finds a way to beat Rey Daemonio. That being said, we've still yet to see anyone kick out of the Kingdom Come. As we await the entrance. One more time on Storm of the Merch Messiah. Made his debut for us here in Blitz in that big Haas Leon White Battle Royal. Didn't win that one, but won the main event title shot from the Real Horror Show Battle Royal. Since then, he has absolutely laid waste to anyone put in front of him. Had bad intentions for Papa DiPaccio. Managed to be the only blemish on Rey Daemonio's singles record. And then last week, just a few short days ago, knocked out Hugo Lazarus. Rey Daemonio is the only other man that can actually lay claim to that fact. Just flat out knocking Lazarus out. This match will be non-title, however, at the HD Remix. Title will very much be on the line. As the lights go down in the storm shelter one more time. Our champion going on, I want to say he's coming up on 200 days as champion. Only the second man to hold that belt, and he's setting a very high bar for anyone that holds it after him. The man who started off the season as El Daemon. Won that title, changed his name to Rey Daemonio, the Demonic King. Has defended successfully against Hugo Lazarus, against Papa DiPaccio, against Bake, against Nigel Von Bartleby. Beat the Iceman. He has beaten everyone that he has been in the ring with, except for Fergal Flynn. We haven't even let these two fight at house shows. We try not to even book them on the same nights. We don't even want them in the same arena. We don't even want them in the same town. Unless it's televised, just so we can actually bring you the nonsense that these two will be just... It's going to be gross. Could this be the last time Ray Demonio steps foot in the Storm Shelter as your World Heavyweight Champion? Flynn looks ready. Demonio trying to not look worried about this. Main event bell. We are go for this last episode of Storm main event. Standing switch. Demonio with that wrestling style takedown. Ray's going to have to change his offense up somewhat. Gets taken down with that judo style toss from Flynn. Brawler now dropping that double axe handle across the back. King Hippo punch from Demonio. Runs through, gets caught with the fireman's takedown. Very Irish whip. 6 spine buster. On the related topic of spine busters, after Demonio took 5 spine busters and 4 Skyliners, no matter 5 minutes from the main event Jeff Powell, he has not looked the same since that match at Infusion. Drop to the gut buster. Flynn dropping that elbow. Demonio fighting off the ground with the Dragon Scroll. Stevie getting another dub here. This main event, he might get a little more than a dub. Demonio with that neck breaker to the knee. Turns Flynn around. Has him up. Falls forward with that high angle inverted DDT slam. Into the standing moonsault. Rolling senton almost turned that more into a kick. Flynn has the outside, rolls back in. Gets that pillar to post. Demonio going for the takedown, gets caught with that gut wrench toss. Forearm to the face, no hook of the legs, only gets a 1 count. Flynn still wants to inflict more damage before his title match. Demonio belly to back suplex though, fighting his way back. Kicking the dirt into that standing moonsault one more time. Ray back up to the second, waiting for Flynn to get back to his feet. Diving DDT. Ray hooks the leg. Barely gets a 1 count. Now dropping those elbows to the traps of Flynn. Not working on the Doombringer arm though. Rolls through with the snapmare into the short roundhouse. Roadhouse. Going for one across the back. Flynn rolls out of the way. Demonio caught taunting. Flynn has Demonio up. Big man vertical suplex. Ray is dazed here. Gets dropped to the clothesline. Goes for one, gets the duck, drop to the back body drop. Flynn has him up into another spine buster. Flynn has him hooked, going for the precursor to doom those nasty headbutts. Demonio's dazed. Ray fighting off the ground with that arm wringer takedown. Looks like he dropped Flynn on that elbow. Back to work on the opposing traps. Flynn stands it up, short elbow. With that big chop, runs into the fireman's takedown. Blocks the shot from Demonio. Hits him with the Doombringer out of nowhere. Ray kicks out at 2.9. Flynn off the ropes, runs through with the double axe handle. Flynn stunned that the champ is still standing here. Ray shoves that kick off. Looks like he actually jammed Flynn's knee into that pendulum backbreaker. Runs through knee strike into the neck breaker, some variation of the Wizard special. Sends Flynn into the turnbuckles. Grabs a hold of the wrist. Runs up, Demonio DDT. Falls into the cover. Flynn out at 2. Demonio kicks him down low, butterflies the arms. Kingdom Come. Hooks that outside leg, gets the back press. Demonio picks up a little bit more momentum going into the HD remix. And Flynn beating up the ref now just because he took that L. That's going to do it for our last episode of Storm. Sunday night, we will bring you our season finale, the Cease and Desist HD Remix. Until then, I have been your voice of choice, Dr. Marks out, signing off. We'll see you Sunday night.